Guys, are we still awake or what? Let's go. Monday night. Barely hanging on to Monday, rolling into Tuesday. I'll stay a little reserved because it's a late night chill and chat, guys. I wanted to hop on here just for a little bit, kind of shoot the breeze with you guys. Let's get some music going as we always do on these late night streams, guys. Put a poll in the chat, guys. Are you still awake, right? I know. I went live a few weeks ago or whatever. We were up at 1 a.m. and we had 33 people in the house. So let's go. Spread the word, share the chat around, guys. Let's get this party started. I got a little bit of basic fun news. Let me show you this, guys. Let me show you this. Before we get into that, guys, I want to say quick hi to everybody in the building, baby. Calvin Wong made it. Dan Z is here. Let's go. Tony C is barely awake, but it still counts. He's here. He's holding on to his phone as he's falling asleep. George is in the house. Let's go, George. How you doing, man? How's Best Buy treating you over there? Let's go, baby. All right, let's see here. J-Rod, come on now. Are you shocked? Are you shocked that the CornerCade is sitting at his computer? And I'm like, I'm looking at my phone, and I'm like, okay. I think I gotta go live with this, guys. I think I gotta go live with this. So, Gamer Fridge, I told ya. Gamer Fridge message in the Discord like, why aren't you live? I was like, all right, let's do this. Will H, you never sleep, neither do I, kid. Let's do this. My family is asleep right now. And I was right about to go to bed, and I'm like, you know what? Let's talk to the community about this, okay? So I shared a couple pictures with Mike B on his show. Shout out to Mike for kind of just going in on that a little bit with P-Dub. Super fun. All right, let's add this to the stage real quick, guys. Let me pop up here real quick. All right, guys. 2 months ago, do you see that thumbnail next to the left of the Basic Fun new challenger, right? Is there a new challenger that came to the arena for home arcade? What's to the left of that, guys? The Let's Go show, of course. And you see, I want you to zoom in on Jerry, okay? Jerry Seinfeld and Newman. They're shaking hands there. And what does that say? I know it's small, guys. I can't zoom in anymore. It says an alliance, okay? Arcade1up, Basic Fun, possibly working together. Now, Danny, where on earth would you get this from? Let's do this, guys. Let's add this to the stage. Okay, so this is the picture that I pulled from Facebook, believe it or not, right? They're on Facebook. A lot of chatter amongst people. So you can go on, I think it was the unofficial Arcade1up group and see it for yourself. And I'm like, what the heck is this, right? What is this? So instead of making a pre-produced video, I decided to go live with you guys because I love you guys. So engage with the feedback if you can. I know, guys. I know it's late. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, let me start to add some things up here. How did Basic Fun just come out of nowhere and get the WrestleFest license, right? How is that possible? Remember John D when he worked with Arcade1up? We got all the titles, right? Well, maybe they had a lot of titles that we didn't know about, right? So I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, how did Basic Fun just come out of nowhere with WrestleFest, right? And they were named Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, I mean, all stuff that Arcade1up we just assumed didn't have anymore. You know, maybe they did acquire it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on right there, right? And yes, Will H, I definitely prefer the two-player panel. That's what's making this decision even tougher. And I'll tell you what's going to happen here, okay? So, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, could there possibly be an alliance? Now, I have a source, guys, where there's smoke, sometimes there's fire, right? And I have a source, friend of a friend, who then went to this event, okay? They were at the event. I don't have any pictures or video of them being there. That's gonna take my word for it here, okay? And they said that that me and Chase were kind of spot on with our show yesterday. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It was last night, guys. And we got to put 2 and 2 together. And it's not too hard of rocket science to figure this out, guys. I mean, I want you guys to look at this cab. This is literally the X-Men 97 cab. Okay? It's just different skin, dude. It's just different skin, guys. I could literally walk over, okay, to my X-Men 97 right now. It's the same thickness in that bezel. Do you guys see that, right? Now, this isn't an X-Men 97 anymore. It's a Children of the Atom, right? Same difference. I want you to look at that same thickness on that bezel. Guys, this is what we do. We eat, sleep, and breathe these home arcade machines, okay? So this is what makes this fun now, right? Little detective work, okay? So now check this out. I'm like, okay, let me start picking your mind a little bit. Because me and Chase kind of came to the conclusion that they got to be working together. There's no cease and desist, right? If that's a thing from John D to Iconic Arcade. This is literally a clone of an Arcade1up. Look at the volume switch. At least John D had a dial for his volume switch, right? On the Iconic cabs. These are 1 for 1, the exact same thing. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And the source has kind of said, look, think of it as like a partnership, right? And I'm like, interesting. Okay, that's kind of what we said. And I'm like, what, 60-40? They said more like 70-30. Guys, that's crazy. I'm glad. I'm glad for 2 reasons. So 70% basic fun, 30% Arcade1up. And you got to think about it like this. Let me just go big screen real quick. Big screen, guys. Okay, let me tell you something, okay? I'm glad that this is a thing, okay? Keeps Arcade1up kind of relevant. Let them come out with photo booths and claw machines so you can kind of maybe add a product here and there, whatever the case may be, right? But if Arcade1up was smart and they don't have any money, which has kind of been reported for the last 2-3 years, right? So if you have other companies making 30%, 30%, 30%, 30%, like you're doing this, right? Or maybe just one company, whatever. 30% at the end of the day is better than nothing. They're not doing anything. So you might as well do something with these titles that you may or may not have that agreement, have another company step up to the plate that may or may not have more money, right? And release some product. I mean, this is good thing for 2 reasons. One, I kind of feared always that if another company took over, their cabinets might look a little bit different. Maybe they go just all chrome T molding, right? And then you have just a bunch of random arcades that have chrome T molding or whatever. At least this is like the exact same thing that's going in your arcade. Crappy or not, right? Shitty quality or good quality, right? It's the same kind of thing. The same type of heights and widths and measurements. Now let's go back to this cabinet real quick. That does not look like no damn Slim Katie. Now I know Basic Fun has said, look, we want to do Slim Katie's, Deluxes, XLs. It's literally Arcade1up's footprint, right? So let me ask you something like this. So yesterday on the live stream, I said, Chase, listen, no company on the planet, right? Imagine your favorite sports team says, we want to get to the finals or we want to get to that championship game, but we don't want to win it. We just want to take second place. Basic Fun literally said, we want to be the number 2 company in a home arcade, like tilting their hat to their partner Arcade1up. That's literally what is going on. Oh my God. Here is a man who has stopped playing VR Among Us and has graced us with his presence all the way from the West Coast. Travis MCP is in the motherfucking building. Let's go, baby. Look at that. Unbelievable. Travis, wake up. Home Arcade is back, baby. Don't sell those machines just yet. Thumper Squid, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's fucking go. Hayden Do, thank you for being a member of the channel with Calvin Wong and Tony C. Big shout outs. I said Arcade1up is the pro line production of these cabs. Guys, listen, this is exciting. So I don't know where I left off. I got sidetracked on a different adventure now. But we got a 70-30% partnership, right? No company on the planet says, hey, look, we just want to be number 2. I haven't heard anybody say that in the history of business, sports, marketing, anything, right? We want to be the 10th number 1, the 10th leader in home arcade, right? It's like, what? So that's where I would kind of like first raise my eyebrow when I read that article. I'm like, okay, that's a red flag right there, right? And then these are clone copies, another red flag. Like, no one can just, like, you know, me and Gamer Fridge can't just start a company and start producing these things. Like, that's infringement rights on their design or whatever the case may be, right? I mean, you saw that kind of John D's battling that, this quote-unquote cease and desist, right, that we still don't know proof about, but where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So I'm looking at this guy, right? I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So let's take a little zoom in shot. Well, there's your basic fun logo right there. Now, I don't know what that remote control's doing. I think that's controlling RGB lighting. I don't know if that's going to be on these things in the back or that was just there because the guy was messing around with it in the shop. Who knows? I need to get my hands on this prototype. That would be dope. Oh, shout outs all the way to the hard switch. Let's go hard switch Arcade1up going forward so we can control these things with the smart plugs. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Let's go. Maybe number 2 in sales volume. Again, no one sets out to be number 2. Never. I can understand that they're not going to sell 4 million units of this thing, but nobody comes out. What they would have said was, we strive to be the number 1 home arcade product line. Period. End of story. And you know, the guy slipped up in that initial podcast interview and said, "Oh yeah, our controls are going to be better than 1UP." And I don't know if he like meant to say that or he just kind of like, you know, it kind of slipped out or whatever. But yeah, he had that fire and aggression right away. You know, who does number 2 work for? That's exactly right. So, okay. I believe now that after seeing the first render, and that first render, guys, is this guy right here. I mean, does this not look like a Shack Jam? Chad, help me out here. Like, this is literally reminiscent of a Shack Jam. Now, you know, basic fun, if you're listening to all the stuff that's going on, couple corners that I'm just going to ask you to do. Screw cap covers, slant this control deck, and light up the coin door, please. Can you just do that for the CornerCade and the home arcade fans alike, please? And that marquee does not look lit up, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they just didn't plug it in, but that's a no-brainer. I'm not going to sit here and buy light up strips to have to light these things up. That's ridiculous. Let's light the marquee up, people. But if you see this and you go back to this, I mean, 2-player, phenomenal. Deluxe, phenomenal. This is how it should be. Hats off to Basic Fun / Arcade1up now for getting this right with the 2-player, okay? Wish I could put these on screen at the same time. Yeah, they're different cabs, 100%. So one is an XL, I believe, which is this one. I'm still going down with the ship on that. And the other is, this is like your normal 2-player Deluxe. This is just a Deluxe. Now, their Deluxe line is going to be different for some odd reason. I don't know why they took the coin door off. Like, you can't possibly be saving that much money off ripping a coin door off. I don't know. Will H says, what's the story behind these photos? Just leaked photos. These were on Facebook. They're readily available. They're just there. So they're there. It's not like I'm showing something I can't show. They are already shown in a group of 30,000 plus people. So I pulled these, I saw them, and I'm like, oh my God, let's go. You know, I will say this too, guys, just by looking at this, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different WrestleFest logos. We could probably calm down. This is starting to look like the Atari 50th. We know it's a WrestleFest cab. Let's get it off the control panel off the side. Let's get it off the front kick plate. And I think it's less repetitive at that. And this is another thing too that we need to figure this out as a community. XL has 3 buttons, must have multiple games. I don't know if they just pulled the exact, because if you go look at your NBA Jams, guys, that your NBA Jam XL, it has the same 3-button configuration the exact same way to my knowledge, okay? I'm kind of looking over. It looks like it's the exact same. So if that was like the prototype that they used, I think that's why I think this is an XL. And they might have taken that marquee and shrank it down a couple inches. I don't know, like it, because it doesn't look as fat as the NBA XL, NBA Jam XL. But I don't know, you know. But yeah, so I was looking at these 2 things and I'm like, oh Nelly, this is awesome. UD Style, I have not seen you in a year. Where have you been? And what are you doing, my guy? Welcome back to the channel. Oh my God, I just threw up in my mouth because UD Style's in the building. So it's Arcade1up collab project officially. This isn't official. This is my tinfoil hat. Kind of just, I'm putting 2 and 2 together, guys, and it's equaling 4 big time. And it was confirmed by a source of mine that what I was thinking is definitely true. So now we'll have to get some proof in the pudding, but it looks like Arcade1up ain't dead yet. And it'll be very interesting to see if John D's either working in this project or if he's trying to get other companies to kind of beef them up a little bit to sell cool products, and 1UP's like, hey, we ain't going down without a fight kind of thing. That'd be kind of interesting. Either way, at the end of the day, the consumer, guys, we win at the end of the day. Because if we have companies, you know, it's an iron sharpening iron thing. If you get companies battling it out for your money, that's a good thing, guys. This is a good thing. Hey, and I'm mostly out of home arcade into real things if I can get a good price. When you mean real things, you're talking about real arcades, my guy. Hayden, let's go. Give me good live games. Open Ice the Grid, Hydro Thunder, Sega Rally, Primal Rage, SNK versus Capcom. I'm with you, my man. If I had a house, I think that's where I'd be going. But these are just so fun. Dude, look at it. Look at how fun these are. I'm up at 11:17 p.m. Central Time. And I'm going ham, dude. I'm going ham. It's unbelievable right now. It's unbelievable that this is such a revitalization into, home arcade. The people that said that, moved on. It's very, very exciting. So guys, what do you think in the chat? Like, what do you think's all this mustard? Like, is this something that's real? Is it something that's fake? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Let's get hyped. So let's get hyped together. Let's get excited. I know I am for sure. Super Dimensional. 600 plus is too much. Well, it's gonna be $5.99. That's how much an XL is. Oh, this is real, my guy. This is real. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Home arcade is back. Brooklyn. I love it. Do you love it? Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Let's go, baby. All right, let's do this. So I thought I'd share this with you guys. We've heard Super Dimensional. I think this one is an XL. I really do. I think this is an XL, and I think this is a deluxe. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Sir Sega is in the house, man. Let's go, Sir Sega. How's that Golden X mod going for you? Is it an XL? The length, the form factor, coin door, the side of the cab, same as an XL. Yeah, we had a different picture too. Let me see if I can pull this up. I wanted to give this one to you because it's more fresh. But from the renders that we saw on the other show, if you go to this guy right here on the side, that's very slim, like the what's his face, the Shaq Jam XL. So, yeah. Yeah, so there's the bottom half of the cab as you guys saw before. Hayden says, will it have live? No interest in this title. I don't think it's going to have live. I don't think it's going to have live at all. At least for this first rollout. And guys, I'm kind of fine with that. I got to be honest with you. I don't need live. The only thing I really use the Wi-Fi for is updates, which are nice, bug fixes or anything like that. Yeah, and Super Dimensional, this is what they're going to be doing. They kind of hinted at CornerCades, SlimCades, Deluxe, and XL. And hopefully when they roll these titles out, we get them all like that. Because I don't want to sit here, real quick, let me go full because I'm talking with the hands. I don't want to sit here and, if they came out with WrestleFest in a SlimCade, it's like, damn, like I wanted that title, but it's not the form factor I want. I think you're going to get a lot of that. So instead of maybe making 5,000 XLs, they might do 1,000 each, across the board and see what happens. Sir Sega says, I'm waiting on G.I. Joe to make my deck. Been waiting over 6 weeks now. Well, he's cooking up something. He's cooking up something, big in the Deluxe. So maybe it's just a little bit high. I think his wait time is 48 weeks. I think it is. So yeah, 2 weeks. Hang in there. We'll get that mod done, and it'll be crystal clear. It'll be a little bit better than mine because you'll have one less joystick. Sir Sega's cooking up something cool on his control deck. Inspiration Golden Axe Deluxe mod project. But yeah, this is really exciting. Israel Gaming says, I have a WrestleFest already on the custom Captain America cab I built. So what's the point? No online. These cabs, basic fun, pointless. Let me just challenge you with this one, okay? And this is what I see in a lot of people. Of course, you could play anything on one multi-cade, right? It's that nostalgia of walking through the arcade and having the art, the marquees, the attract mode playing. Nothing beats it. That's what makes an arcade, right? It'd be like this. Let me come up with a dumb analogy for you, right? When you go to an arcade, you see all the attract modes, you see all the machines running, right? That's an arcade, right? If you walked in an arcade and there was just one machine playing, it was a multi-cade, and you had to wait your turn, is that really an arcade? Let me try to make a dumb analogy for you. If you had a hamburger with no bun and it was just sitting on lettuce, is it still a hamburger? Chat, let me ask you, is it still a hamburger? It might be, but it's not as enjoyable as it would be on that bun, right? Chat, a stupid analogy. I know it's late. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. Super Dimensional says, I'm happy for those who want this title in their collection. It's not for me, but it keeps the hobby going. Exactly. Like, it's way beyond WrestleFest. I wish this was a WrestleMania, right? WrestleFest is okay. I'll still get it, right? Gotta get it. It's a new title, right? But this brings the possibility of more and more and more cool things coming. Like, more new exciting titles. Like, this takes it way above what we're looking at here. So, I mean, they mentioned Turtles, Star Wars. I mean, this could keep on going, and this could be really, really cool. They're interactive furniture art in your home, and it invokes nostalgia 100%. But Israel, do you get kind of the point I'm trying to make? Do you get kind of the point? Look, there's no right or wrong answer. If you got a multi-cade, have at it, Hoss, you know? I'm just saying there's certain strokes for different folks. My wife is keto. She loves the no bun, but I love the bun. So I guess they are both hamburgers. So you can enjoy them too, right? Oh, my goodness. Guys, what do you think? Let's put this back up on the screen here. Let's go. Let's get this one off. I hate when StreamYard does that. I go to click on one image and it remembers the last image. It doesn't take that last image down. It's a little frustrating. It's okay. We'll get over it together. So it looks like, yeah, Game & Fridge said they should update the roster. Now, I mean, you gotta have the classic roster, but it's cool that everybody is actually gonna be in this thing. That's a whole different subject and a whole different strokes for different folks. Says, the more I study the photo of WrestleFest, it's not exactly the shape of the Shaq Jam XL. The top of the marquee is shaped differently, less space. And what he's talking about is this guy right here. Shaq Jam speakers. Like, I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. That looks like an XL, man. It's thin like that. The X-Men 97 isn't thin like that. I'm trying to think what other... The only thing that resembles this would be the Slim Katie, and there's not a foot pedal down here. I mean, I know you can't see, but there's not a foot pedal there. I guess we'll find out sooner than later, right? Could be like a Franken cab that they kind of just, designed up on the fly here. But it's really cool to see. It's really cool. Yeah, see, the marquee is tall. Because, like, look at that marquee and then look at this one. There's a big difference here, guys. Look at that. Marquee. Let's just look at the marquees, guys. Look at the space underneath WrestleFest. It's a little bit bigger. Now, they could have trimmed a couple inches off of that. It's a midway. You think it's an MK2 cab? No, dude. I'm looking at it right here. I'm touching the MK2 cab. It's way thicker than that. Way thicker. Zero Redux is in the building. The one in the toy magazine is MF'n modded Shaq Jam. I told you. See, Zero's on board. Let's check the poll, guys. Let's check the poll. Let's scroll all the way up the top here. Where did my poll go? Oh, there it is. Are you guys still awake? 78% yes. 22% are sleeping. Hopefully I can wake you up, guys. So what do you guys think? What are you guys thinking, dude? I love this 2-player version. First of all, they had a real 2-player version, and I absolutely love it. This is what it should be. you know. Buy Stuff wrote me back, which is nice. I'll have to check that email. I just got notified. My Shack Jam monitor, it's darkening in the upper right hand corner that I bought from him. Put a picture of Shack Jam next to it. Yeah, let's see if we can, like, and I can't put it next to it because StreamYard, or yeah, it's kind of funky like that. But we could definitely go back and forth. Let's see here. No, that's not what I wanted. That's the Slim Katie. There's very few places that still might have this. Okay, this might be. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see, guys. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? All right, share screen. Here we go. Wake up. Am I falling asleep? That's the question. Okay, here we go. So here's this guy. You're not telling me for 2 seconds that this doesn't look like that. Can I switch? Can I switch back and forth here real quick? You're not telling me that this doesn't look like... Look at where it's curved from the marquee down. You know, like, you see that curvature? How do I... What's not working? Oh, here, you just got to remove it. Yeah, that's the same. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Let's see if I can get some opinions on this here.
Hey,
Travis, what do you think? What do you
what's
think,
going
buddy?
on?
What do you think it is?
Well, I'm trying to figure out some stuff. So, which of those photos is newer?
So this photo that we got, let's take this down real quick. This one that why is it doing this? This one that we got right here.
That's newer?
That was just posted today.
But we don't know that it was taken.
We don't know
sooner.
if it was taken today correctly. Yeah, correct.
It's interesting because if you look at this and you go, okay, well, they took away the coin door, that means that it's probably like the original. And then maybe the 4-player one is the one they're at now, but you can't really tell.
With Basic Fun, they're doing something different. What if we do this? I'm going to try to mess around here because I want to get an actual... Okay, I can't. For some reason, it won't make us kind of bigger. With Basic Fun, they're doing something different. They're saying, like, hey, light up marquees, coin doors, those are all a premium on these type of models. So it's a little bit different now. So, you know, with Arcade1up, we kind of took all that and we got it for granted. And maybe like on their most premium line, they lit up the coin door and that was pretty much it. Or for the most part, we got the XL with the 19-inch.
Right.
So this is a little bit different now. They're taking a different route to this and saying, look, you know, the coin door, I think they said light up marquee, like those are going to be extra, which kind of stinks. Those need to be included. Like that's something that, you know, if to pay the same price now, you expect that. Like that's something that's expected at the end of the day.
Are you saying that they're going to charge extra for it? You have to order it separate, or what do you mean?
No, it's going to be like so they have like different tiers. So it's like on their, I don't know what they call it. Chat, maybe you can help me out here. They were like premium, deluxe, supreme. I think supreme was one. It's just goofy, you know, like names that we haven't heard before. And I'm assuming that the supreme is that $599 XL that's going to have the coin door. Now this one has a coin door and it looks wide. It looks wide.
It's short too.
Yeah, because this is kind of like how Shack Jam was. So I don't know.
This thing, it looks like it's on a pedestal of some sort.
No, there's no way.
Unless the angle is really weird, because look how short the base looks.
I think the angle's weird. Here's the base here. I mean, but that's how the Shack Jam was. The Shack Jam, I'm looking at it right now. The Shack Jam was exactly like this. But again, I could be wrong. It looks like, you know, I'm looking at the Shack Jam and they have like some curve that curves up from the base. So the point that where like the WrestleFest logo is, that's like there's like a special curve that comes out for the control panel and it's not here. So maybe this isn't a Shack Jam. I don't know. I thought for certain that this looked like a Shack Jam. Either way,
they're definitely reusing for sure.
Yeah, well, here's the theory that I have a little inside source. Now, Travis, we haven't seen you for a year, my guy, or 2. Where you been? Are you still playing Among Us in VR?
Nah, man, I'm playing Tekken 8 and all this other stuff, man. Let me ask you a quick question before we get into the rest of the stuff. You see that logo in the middle?
Yeah.
If you know anything about wrestling, what do you know about the WWF logo in WWE games? What do you know about that?
You got to get the F out, right?
That's right. So I have a dummy friend who thinks that they're not going to remove the WWF in the middle of the thing there. What would you say to that dummy friend of mine?
So it's been confirmed already that this is already been removed. So
okay.
if you want to actually talk to the chat, I will bring up the pictures that were sent over to me in my email.
Perfect.
That's a great point because I forgot. This actually is not Earthquake or Typhoon, whichever one that is.
Yeah.
He's not purposely covering the logo, and I'm going to show you guys in a second.
Oh,
so
good.
Take
that's
over chat.
Wonderful. Oh, yeah. See, I told this dummy friend of mine that there's no way that this game is going to have this logo in the middle with the WWF, but he's dumb. So he doesn't understand normal things that everyone else understands. So
no, all that stuff is getting removed.
I'm glad that you've confirmed something that we already knew. He was the only person on the face of the planet who didn't know this. But
so this was a huge shout out to T Prez if he's in the chat or not. He's the one that sent this over to me. Let me share the screen real quick. And I was like, I'm sorry, I got so many emails about this stuff. It's been so cool and exciting that I totally forgot to even bring this up. So here we go. So, okay, guys, you see, this is the image that we were just looking at, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So now let me go over to. Do you see how low that is?
Yes.
So that would have definitely been right there.
Yes.
Can you guys see my? Yeah, right. Right. So clearly the F is out. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at how low that is. Like,
bro.
Do you see it now? Did I just confirm everybody's doubts?
Yeah. I mean, come on. We knew
Let's
that.
go, Goofy. Let's go. We're back, baby.
We knew that. Now, anyway, all this to say, like, this was something that only really could have come together recently because Demolition recently signed a Legends contract, so that made it a little bit easier. And a lot of people were worried about them putting different characters in. I am really curious as to if the little bit of rumor. I don't know a lot about what's going on, but I saw this pop up on my feed yesterday or something. I'm like, this is really a thing, and it looks like what I think other people are saying is true, which is either Arcade1up is like subleasing the building portion of this to this company, right? Or they just went straight to the people who manufacture Arcade1up stuff. But the thing that I don't think they would be able to do is get the coin door. So I think they actually are working with Arcade1up in some way.
Yeah, it's been kind of confirmed. Like, so I kind of I said this 2 months ago back on a stream when I did. I was like, wait a second. They're just doing these machines willy-nilly and they're not getting a cease and desist tagged on them. Something's not right here, right? Then we saw the article that came out where it says we want to be the number 2, home. Like, nobody comes out and says,
wait, who
I
said
can't
that?
wait. They said it in the article. So if you want to hang tight.
You mean Big Fun did or whatever the thing is?
Big Fun.
What do they call it? Big Fun?
Big Fun. This is pretty much going to be Arcade1up. It's going to be
Junior.
Arcade Basic 1-Up Fun. That's what the company's going to be called. Arcade Basic 1-Up Fun is back, baby, and they're going to bring us home arcade titles that we've never ever seen before.
If I'm trying to get a company going, I'm not calling it basic anything. We ain't basic nothing, bro.
Yeah, well, and then they come out saying number 2. It's like, what are you doing here? So
what does that mean? Because who are they saying? Are they implying that Arcade1up is number 1, or they just straight up say it?
That's what they're kind of implying here. So let me bring up this article.
Yeah, please. I want to hear this word for word.
Great. I'm gonna have Travis because he's got the smooth voice read this. It's a whole article, right? Let's see. Let's go. Man, we got a lot of tabs open. This is exciting. Let's pull that down. All right, where are we at here? Okay. While I'm pulling this up, Travis, do you still work for Arcade1up? The people want to know.
No, I haven't for quite a while. For a while there, I was still in the loop even after my contract ended. I was still being, I was still talking to him every once in a while, but I haven't talked to him in a long time. I did reach out a couple months back when some rumor came up to confirm or deny, because I was just curious. I forget what it was. Something was rumored to be happening, and so I don't remember what it was. Someone had a picture of something that Arcade1up was going to come out. This is maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. I can't even remember. Here, I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, you look it up. I'll bring up this article here. Can we do this? Oh no, it eliminates you, unfortunately. Let's do this. Oh, I actually kind of like that.
Oh yeah, the that picture of the Qbert Arcade1up.
Oh yeah, that was
Travis,
January? That was made by some friends of mine.
Not. Oh, okay. Trolling.
Yeah, we were trolling and having fun. I
Nice.
showed it to my wife, and she literally she was getting excited. She was like, "Oh my god, we gotta get that!" I'm like, "God, this is unfortunately this is it. Hey, could be a possibility now with Basic Fun 1-Up.
You never know. Yeah.
Okay, so Travis, I want you to read this out loud because I've already read it. So I'm gonna highlight what I want you to read. Okay, can you see that? Do you need me to zoom in?
Yeah, for Basic Fun, Home Arcade is more than just a side quest, full-on campaign. We look to be the go-to number 2 player in the category very quickly, which is fair because even if they had ambitions to be number 1, they're not going to be number 1 very quickly. So, and like, who is number 2 right now anyway? That's the other question. Like, who's number 2?
You got to probably think At Games, right? Like,
I guess.
You know,
but when's the last time At Games like sold an arcade that had anything? Are they still doing their 4K?
Yeah, they're still doing the 4K thing. They got the ALU. You think they're making a living pretty much based off pinball packs at this point?
You would think so.
And the hope to sell pinball machines would be the other kind of thing. So
I guess
again, I found it odd that that would be said. This article is fantastic if you guys haven't read it.
So who's the guy that said it? Who is he actually?
Let's go back here.
Is he like their PR guy? Is he
Foreman? Let's see. George Foreman. Let's see. Where's Foreman or Red Foreman from that '70s show?
Right, there's Dave Westcott, not him.
Dave Westcott, and who's Foreman then?
Yeah,
I don't.
Keep scrolling down.
A lot of Westcott. Dave Westcott.
Basic ROMs. Westcott. I'm sad they're not going to have Wi-Fi. I mean, that really kills it. The interest.
Yeah, I mean,
curated boss level.
Foreman.
Bro, did they not say who Foreman was before they quoted him? That can't be.
They must be like higher up in the company.
Yeah, but they say Westcott a couple times.
Yeah, they say Westcott a lot. Yeah, a lot of Westcott.
Foreman.
Westcott says.
Big win.
Wait.
Westcott.
What if we go down in those images?
You can do Control F and look for Foreman. He's the VP. I think that's Zero Redo says.
Wait, you said Control Left?
Control F.
Control F?
And then type in Foreman, and it should find there. Foreman once. Oh, J Foreman.
J Foreman. Look at that.
Basic Fun CEO. CEO. He's a CEO.
CEO. There you go. Yeah, you taught me a skill. I never knew Control. I knew Control C, Control V. I mean, who doesn't know that, right?
Yeah, Control F find. Yeah.
Look at it. So J Foreman, CEO of Basic Fun. So right there that there's a part. Like, come on. Where there's smoke, there's fire, guys. Come on. Right?
I mean, he wouldn't say otherwise. Yeah, it's interesting. I think that there's a very real possibility that they because Arcade1up's looking for money any way they can get it. That's a pretty good way of doing it. And if these guys, Basic Fun, got the license, which is wild because the WWE license would be kind of difficult to get unless they're getting it by proxy through Taito.
So what I heard is that Arc Systems sold it to them. That they had it. Arc System Works had it. And again, maybe things are different with Vince McMahon not being there. Again, I'm not a big wrestling guy. But, maybe things are a little bit different. And, maybe the other people don't really care as much. And Arc System Works maybe they just needed to sign off from WWE now. Who knows, right? And I think Arc System Works sold it to Basic Fun. They probably weren't going to do anything with it. I don't know. This is kind of just stuff that hearsay, stuff that I've heard. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's just interesting kind of forming the puzzle here. And obviously, each passing day, we know more and more. Travis, you've read this article, right? You're on mute, buddy. Can you hear?
No, I have not seen it. This only kind of came in. I only just heard about this like last day or so.
Oh, Travis, we're back, baby. Are you going to get one of these? Is this
no,
up your alley?
I don't think so, but it is interesting. If this ends up being successful, that'd be great. I'm definitely rooting for it to work because this is one of the big titles that people wanted. But the thing is, like, sometimes people ask for things, and then when they put it out, not enough. They didn't sell enough. And now with tariffs and stuff, I don't know how much this thing's really going to cost. And like, there's a lot of like uncertainty. And I mean, I hope for the best. Let's just put it that way. Hope for the best.
100%. Did you pre-order John D's cab?
No. I was waiting to see what was going to happen. I would have suspected. I texted him and congratulated him and stuff. But I mean, we haven't really heard anything more, right? The only thing I know is I remember the announcement. I texted him congratulations. And I was going to wait to see what happened when it came out. And then I saw some Michael B stuff saying like, is it what we haven't heard anything? I'm like, you guys haven't heard anything? Like, what's going on? So I don't know what the latest is even on that. Yeah, I pre-ordered. I hope it's.
So
did you get charged?
I got charged initially. I didn't get charged the second part though, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I pre-ordered the alpha too, so
That's a
I
good
just
one.
want, yeah. What I'm kind of like, I'm excited with all this stuff, but it's like we all got to be on the same page here because John D has stated that look, we're only going to do XLs, so I need to know like what Basic Fun is doing. If they're because this does not look like an XL.
No.
This looks like an X-Men 97 Deluxe. And if we're just going to do all Deluxes, then I got one guy just going rogue and doing XLs. I can't have an arcade with a bunch of just random machines in here, right, chat? I mean, I get arcades were different, but the fatness of the arcade was never different. It was the height and the form factor, right?
It almost looks like a 19-inch monitor, though. It's pretty big.
I don't know. Because I'm looking at the same kind of the same bezel. It's got the same bezel. I'm looking.
But the thing is,
right here, I can see.
The thing is, the 19-inch Ki Pro monitor doesn't look that big either. And in some ways, it looks smaller than 17 if you like put it right next to something. It's kind of weird. I'm not saying it is 19. I'm just saying from this angle, it looks like it could be.
I could see that. That's why I was still trying to figure out. Like, well, is this a 19? Because that looks like a 19 to me.
It does look like, but it's hard to know. It could just be that it's filled in real nice and it makes it look bigger. And then when was this picture taken? And like, where was this picture even taken? There's a Tonka toy neck. What is that? Is that at a
so this
conference?
was at this was at a event. It was a toy event in New York City. I forgot what it's called because I'm not a big toy guy. But this was where it was like you couldn't take pictures. It was under secrecy. Like it was a whole what to do. And they had a bunch of machines there. And I was trying to figure out what that white image was, and it looks like somebody's elbow. But I was hoping to see like a Turtles. I think a Star Wars was there. There was other things that were there, and I was getting real excited. So, obviously, there's a future for titles that they already have and stuff that they're talking about. So, yeah, I don't know. It's cool regardless. I'm hyped. See now, Super Dimensional says it looks like an XL. That's what I'm thinking. But I had other, YouTubers saying that this is a deluxe. This is like an NBA Jam deluxe. So I don't know. Scary Cat says you can use the buttons for scale, figure out if it's a 19. These buttons even look different than a 1-up buttons. I don't know. Am I wrong? I can't zoom in when they're images like this. But if you see here, they kind of look different than arcade 1-up buttons. But maybe I'm just used to the real thing. Because when we mod all of the real buttons in these things. So yeah, maybe those are arcade 1-up buttons that we're kind of used to seeing. It's just so weird seeing like a WrestleFest. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the Basic Fun being there is kind of like
it's weird.
So
the whole thing is weird. Like, look, you got a Basic Fun logo, and you can't see it, but I can see it all the way at the bottom.
Yeah,
to the left on the side panel, you can see it right there. There were some Basic Fun logos that were on the kick plate, small, all the way in the front. There's another one on the corner. You can see that one right here. That's circled. And then there should be another one. Sometimes they're in the marquee and on the bezel.
Where was this taken? This is like an assembly place, or what is this?
That I don't know. This was posted on Facebook, and I try to reach out and ask questions, kind of thing. But I haven't heard anything yet.
And this is a recent picture.
This is the one that I seen today. So I saw it today, and yeah. So this is exciting.
Interesting.
So, yeah. It's definitely interesting, and it's weird. I don't not like having that coin door on there. I know I can put it on. It's easy. It's not hard to mod, but it's just a pain in the ass. It's an extra step that's like, dude, I shouldn't have to be doing this at this stage in the home arcade game. You can't put a faux coin door on there like it is here. You got to include that. Like, it can't cost you that much. Listen, if Arcade1up was able to do it with their margins and put it in for $4.99, and you had the light up marquee, light up coin door, and sometimes light up buttons or light up, coin door, like I said, it can be done then. So that was one that kind of struck me as a little bit odd. Unless they're taking away features that kind of increase their profit margins because maybe WrestleFest is, a higher IP. I don't know. But if you can see, in the marquee, they got rid of the F. That's a modified old school WWE logo, and the same thing on the bezel. And you can see the Basic Fun logo to the left on the bezel, to the left of the WrestleFest logo. It's just kind of randomly placed there, but it's so weird to see like another company making, like, we're so used to Arcade1up, right? It was kind of Arcade1up and at games, but in this form factor, it was always Arcade1up this, Arcade1up that. It's so interesting to see just like this tiny little Basic Fun logo there. It's like, what is this now?
It is
and
interesting.
Then sometimes, it's just different. So
this, I'm just gonna say it again. This one, so the zoomed out picture of this, the guy's like standing hunched over, right? This guy, this thing looks shorter. Like the bottom part, that angle must be wild. because it just looks squatty.
Let's see if
Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see if I can pull up. I got one more image I can pull up. Let me see if I can do some digging and find it real quick. Give me just a second.
It's interesting stuff.
Have to load all this stuff because we are gonna go.
Bro, it's like no o'clock in the morning out by you, right? It's already getting late for me. I'm ready.
Well, it's approaching midnight. What is it? No, it's like 10 o'clock by you.
Yeah, I mean listen. I'm old. I'm trying to get some sleep here. I'm gonna be on for another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
No, yeah, we weren't going long at all. Okay, let me see here. Let's see if I can.
Oh, using the wide angle lens. I think the guy's saying it. Okay, it just looks squatty. Yeah. Look how squatty that bottom looks.
Okay, let me add this.
It's so wide.
Yeah, that could be a wide angle lens. I didn't think
it's wild.
That. Let's see. Where do we save this image? Did it? Oh, can I not? Oh, this might be one that I can't save. Oh, it didn't
like if you
up.
take.
What if I did this? What about this image? Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So if you look at that, you see how much space there is between the bottom of the coin door and the bottom, and then you look at the other one, and maybe it's the angle. Maybe it's the angle. It's really hard to tell.
I think
it's very hard.
I still think that's an XL. I could be totally wrong.
I mean, if you look at from the standpoint of you mean this picture right here being an XL?
Yeah, like they're both. Like this is the XL model. What? Let me ask you guys this: why would you have red trim and a 4-player deck and then have this thing? Like,
right, it's weird. I don't know.
Like,
again, one of these is like
sense.
The pre-production version of something is what I think is going on. Like this one feels almost more pre-production only because they didn't show it to the public and it's in some warehouse, some obvious warehouse, right? Whereas the other one they showed to the public, and I think they'd be less likely to show an early, like, and this is in the marketing. So to me, the one with the guy, that's like the real one. And the other one, maybe an earlier prototype or something. It's really hard to.
Maybe. I know they did mention of doing different scales and different form factors, which is great because not everybody wants an XL. Not everybody wants a Slim Katie, and not everybody wants a Deluxe, you know? There's a good, healthy mix of different form factors, shapes, and sizes.
Yep.
So, I mean, this community is nuts. We got 50 people here and it's midnight. This is fantastic. I love each and every one of you guys for stopping in. Even the haters that are here. I know they're secretly watching. It's great. I love them. Let's go, baby. Home Arcade is back. Look, I love you. Still got the blue little muff on your.
Yeah, I do some shenanigans. All right, well, look, I'm gonna head out, but congrats on getting back in there. Maybe things will happen. We'll see what happens. I mean, could be an exciting time. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to catch you in the future here, Travis, and we'll talk Home Arcade again.
All right, man. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Peace and love. Peace and love.
See you, Travis. All right, guys, we are back, baby. Are you hyped? Do we have any last questions heading out here? Do we got anything that we want to talk about, guys? Let me know in the chat below. What do you think? Let me see if I can put a poll together real quick. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Looks like most of you guys are awake, so I can continue with a new poll. Let's do this. Okay, well, it's all in caps because I'm sleepy. So I'm not shouting at you. But the poll is all in caps. So there you go, guys. Shout out to Travis MCP making an appearance. He has never been here. Kevin Wong, you can't just leave. He hasn't been in the scene for a couple of years, and he's back, baby. Let's go. That was fun. Yeah, Super Dimensional. Why would they go from a 4-player down to a 2-player? Yeah, I'm all for 2 players. You know me, guys. 100% all for 2 players. You think it'd be a 4-player, though, if there was no online capability, right? Like, because there's no online for this one, right? Connell, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I'm shocked Arcade1up servers are still up. Yeah, I think they're peer-to-peer, so they should be up forever as long as there's caps. Zero Redux, basic fun, iconic, G.I. Joe, FU, and Wonderland. We're back, baby. Shack Fest, let's go. It's exciting no matter what, guys. And, like, you guys are going to be able to play the Switch 2. I'm not getting the Switch 2, but you guys who love that stuff, you'll be able to. My wife made a comment. She's like, I kind of miss the Switch. And I'm like, oh, brother. We used to play Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario Party, she absolutely loved. Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, they're just like the basic kind of games. We love playing that stuff, just chilling in bed playing it. That was a fun time. Um, yeah, kind of. I think this is gonna always be the debate in home arcade. You know, it's like, like he says here, just invested in a new Arcade1 PC for Record Masters cabinet. So it's just an all-in-one kind of thing. And it's like, you either love the multi-cade aspect and you do that. Maybe you have a racing multi-cade, a shooter multi-cade, and a fighter multi-cade, beat 'em up, whatever or you have individual machines with the individual games, right? I think that's where it's at. Will H says 2-player is prototype deluxe, 2-player production XL modified shack, just a new form factor with the 4-player production. Let's see what the poll has got going on, guys. We got 12 votes. Let's get some votes in there. We got 46 people watching. Let's get some more votes in here. Do you think the 2-player the 2-player deluxe wrestle? I clearly botched that poll. It's clearly later than I thought. And do you think the 2-player is a deluxe WrestleFest? I guess that kind of makes sense. We got 70%, 83% yes. Two. This is fluctuating big time, guys. Keep voting. Looks like an 80-20 right now. Yeah, 100%, dude. You can have both. I mean, I have a multi-cade right now in my pinball. That's a pinball multi-cade, And I actually would love to get I've always said this, I would love to get a multi-cade, because we know that there never is going to be like a frenzy berserk cabinet, like just these oddball games that are really fun, really cool to play. We're never going to get a cabinet. I would love to have a multi-cade. So if I can find a reasonably priced, ALU, I think I might make the punch on that. $250, waiting for a sale, $300 off marketplace or something. That'd be kind of cool, right? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, like a shooter multi-cade, because there's never gonna be like certain shooting games that are gonna come out, right? Like we're never gonna get a Jurassic Park shooter, right? Or a Revolution X or something. It's like never gonna happen, Still looking at this. I don't know. It could be an NBA Jam Deluxe. Those deluxes that are non-XL. Kind of hard to tell. But that one had a slanted control deck. This one doesn't have a slanted control deck at all. It's straight. Which is odd. Always slant your decks. Always slant your decks, guys. Dave Marshall, I wish At Games had a better form factor. Otherwise, it'd be the perfect multi-cade. 1,000% correct. For some reason, they are hung up on that style. And they're like, hey, people know it as At Games. And I'm like, yeah, but for all the wrong reasons. Like, if you could just do a midway form factor, oh my God. It's like, I can't personally get over it. It just looks too weird. And then it's got this wide screen. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard. I'm probably going to end up maybe getting one. I was always on the fence about it. We did a stream, guys. We did a poll on it. We'll see. Maybe when it like gets cheaper down the road, we'll see. Dr. Tori says, Danny, I'm just going to get the GRS FU and call it a day. I mean, that's a good plan already. That's a good plan too, man. Let's go, guys. This is fun. We're talking WrestleFest, baby. Oh, let's go. Get hyped. Let's see. Let's bring me bigger here. So I saw this picture and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Showed it off in the Discord, on Michael B's Discord. He showed on the show. You guys probably already have seen it. Yeah, that's very interesting. Have G.I. Joe build one for you tier. We could take the guts and everything that is of the ALU, and we could just put it in Joel's cabinet. Now we're thinking. I really want Joel. I gotta be honest with you guys. I really want Joel to build a 6-player X-Men. Okay. Where can I show let me see if I still have an image here. I tend to delete my things off the computer because I don't like to keep things organized. But here's this guy right here, guys. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Do you think G.I. Joel could do something like this? I think he could. This is what I want. This is that Arcade1up 6-player X-Men prototype. Holy cow, guys. I mean, every time I look at this picture, I get goosebumps, and they're happening right now. Like, I get chills, man. It's like when The Rock comes in the arena and he's doing this. I'm getting the chills, man. Just seeing this thing is completely awesome. Can you imagine just pulling up to this thing? You're in the warehouse at Arcade1up. You're in their headquarters, and you're just walking. You're seeing all these prototypes, and you just smack into this thing with a 24-inch screen. Looks like it's recessed. Could be wrong. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Why can't this thing be on eBay? They had track and field on eBay. Get this thing on eBay. This will go for like 10 grand, right? Insane. The bids would be out of this world. This would be cool though. This is just a showpiece. I would totally put this on the end in the middle aisle. That would fill out perfect because this is about the size of two deluxes, like back to back. So that'd be perfect. It's deep though. This thing is deep. But dude, so cool. So cool, man. We're getting off topic, but that's okay. We're gonna head out of there. Better have skinny friends, Danny. That'd be great. It'll be great. The whole family can play on this. That'll be great. Like, just look at this thing. That's crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Oh man, dude, this is so cool. But we'll take this. We'll take this. We'll take a little WrestleFest action, right? Even if, guys, it's not online, we'll still take it. We'll still have fun. Guys, look at, we're up late chilling and chatting, and you guys are tuning in. You guys are the best. I say it a lot because it's true. So far, guys, we got 19 votes. Guys, I can't have that many people watching on a TV. Guys, can you just slide over and vote for me? Do me a solid, right? Do you think the 2-player WrestleFest is a deluxe? I got 63% yes, 37% no. You think it's more of like a pre-production model? I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. This is cool though. This literally looks like something we would have modded, like from an X-Men '97, right? What's interesting to me is, there's no screw cap covers. Yes, it could be a production model, right? But they're using a matte finish, which is interesting because Arcade1up doesn't do matte finishes. They do, that glossy finish. So that's kind of I found that to be interesting. It was a matte finish all around. And I can see that, on the play guard surface, but not on the, I guess it's just because of prototype, but it wasn't on the actual side art. It was just weird to me. Kind of says, recent family visit. We got a complete 4-player through TMNT. That's always fun, man. That's always fun. Israel's playing WrestleFest right now as he's listening to us on the original WWF arcade game or cabinet. Look at that. We're listening. We're walking. Well, unfortunately, Israel, it hit midnight. It is Tuesday. Do I gotta go on another? Are we streaming back to back to back? Baby, are we going live Tuesday? Oh my goodness. Dr. Torg, no coin door and a deluxe. Yeah, their lines are a little bit weird. We're gonna have to get used to this terminology, guys. It's like premium, deluxe, supreme, super duper, spectacular. Like they got a whole bunch of different names now. So it's well, if this is a prototype, then I want to buy it. Let me get it real quick. I'll take the 2-player. We got a whole bunch of different things going on with this, but yeah, no coin door. It's gonna be on their Supreme top tier line. So the Supreme was supposed to have more games, maybe a lit marquee, coin door. I don't know. It's hard to tell if this has a slanted control deck from this picture. I got to be honest with you. We need more information, But what we do kind of know, guys, is that it looks like this is gonna be a partnership with Basic Fun and Arcade1up. That's what, I'm not saying that to be fact, but it's where there's smoke, there's generally fire, guys, right? So, I mean, take it for what you want. Is that a good thing, a bad thing? I don't know. We have already been on for an hour. That is insane. My God, the time flies with you guys like no other. I would say I'm getting off and I'm going to go play Darkstalkers, but I'm probably going to go to bed. Maybe I'll get one round of Darkstalkers since the cab's already on, right? Since it's already on, I think I'll go play it. And then we got to go to bed. Because I got to be with the kids. You know how that works, guys. Guys, what do you think? Leave a comment down below. Do you guys think that this is a partnership. 70-30%. You think it's not a 50-50. I don't think any company would agree to that. You think Arcade1up and Basic Fun are working together? Let me know down below. Let's finish off this poll real quick, guys. Where are we at? It's a 60-40 split. People think that the deluxe version is the 2-player. So let's go. Yes, all my cabs are on. I got to go one by one and play them all then. Well, they're not all on. I'll give you a little sneak bit to the CornerCade, guys. Since I love you guys, I'll give you a behind the scenes look. So I control everything with smart plugs, right? Now I'll say this. So if I turn on 5, I want you guys to I got 4 or 5 rows, right? So if I turn on plug 5, you're gonna see something. The CornerCade sign is gonna turn on, right? So I hit it. Do you see that? I want you to look behind me. Do you see a pink glowing action figure? Yes, that's Guy Gardner. And that would always bother me, just blinking like that when I'm in the background. So I never turn the 5th plug on, which is my sign. It's the Pinball, Time Crisis, Big Buck Hunter, and NBA Jam XL. That's what is not on. You don't see that in the picture at all. And on my At Games machine's booting up. They'll probably give me an update, right? Oh, Will H says check your email. We were about to leave and you want me to check my email. Okay, let me check my email. You never steer me wrong, Will. Is this another Arcade1up mod project we got going on here? WrestleFest versus Shaq. I love you, kid. Let's go. Okay, this is what's going down right here. That's a beautiful image. Thank you. I gotta hit a Will for my pre-production meetings. you can kind of strategize with me on what I can show, because I never come up with this kind of stuff, guys. This is phenomenal. Will H, and I got the CornerCade sign lit now. We're just rocking and rolling, dude. All right, let's see. I could probably shut that off. Let's see. Where's the picture, guys? Did it not? What? Oh, it's saved under. I forgot it does that weird stuff. All right, guys, check this out. Okay, we got to get this guy. See, I hate how it does this. It saves the previous image. Guys, look at this. Okay, what do we see here? The width is like the same. Okay. The marquees, do the marquees look different? Am I tripping? Do the marquees look different? What do you think, guys? It looks like the bezels could be different too. The buttons are the same. I wish this was the same angle, right? The buttons look the same. The depth looks the same. The width looks the same. That's where I was like, that's why I was like, dude, the widths are the same. Will H says Shaq Jam has more of like a wing to it. This is more like a boxy. Yeah, I can see that. Like up top, on the top a little bit more. Deck has got to be the same, dude. Like it's, which kind of sucks. I like that. I like that slanted deck. Relapse Productions, rocking and rolling, walking and talking, twerking and working, squatting and speaking. Let's go, baby. We're back. That's what we should do every episode, right? That's our intro. That's our intro. J panel is different. Yeah, because you can't even see it. But I wonder if that's the angle. So this is what I was saying with Travis. This area protrudes out underneath the control deck. It doesn't do that on the WrestleFest. So maybe this is just a modified, updated Shaq Jam, but you got to look at this, the thickness of this. Like, that looks like a Shaq Jam. Who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe this is an NBA Jam Deluxe. But from the people's height, see, because I think, this is what I think, guys. It's the height. These guys are not small. Like, let me put me down here. Do you see, like, this kid on the left? Like, he would be overlooking the Deluxe 100%. These guys on the right, they're not overlooking anything. That's what we love about the XL size. It's a little bit bigger. You know, it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more beefier. You can't see over the machine, you know? See, I don't think there is a slant on the WrestleFest deck. Do you see a slant? I don't see a slant there. Let's take your comment off real quick. That looks pretty straight on to me, man. I don't know. We're doing detective work at midnight. I love it. This is why. Let me tell you something, guys. This is why Basic Fun is like, yeah, we're gonna start making cabs with Arcade1up's help, because there's a need and a niche and a market. We got 40 people in the building and it's midnight and we're talking home arcades, for crying out loud. Q4, I know that's kind of like a basic general. I would say, buddy, if I were to bet my last dollar on it, I would say September, October. Okay, you want to get in right before, the Christmas holiday, November, December. That's usually when Arcade1up puts their XL out. That's usually, we've seen them 2 years ago make a push. You guys remember when we got like 10 cabs dumped on us in October? October's very own, dude. It was awesome. We don't know the dimensions yet, how tall they are. The man could be a whole foot taller. Yes, off the images, it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, it's it's interesting. We'll say that at the very least. They're very similar. I don't know, guys. They look, from like, my gut instinct was this is an XL Shack, and that's their XL Premium Deluxe line. Because remember, their Supreme line, I think, was only going to be offered in XL. I think. I could be wrong. You guys are going to have to go back and listen to the podcast. Maybe I'll do that too while I'm laying in bed. Retro Lab Rat, let's go, dude. 1 p.m. here on a Tuesday, Perth, Australia. Happy lunch break, everyone. Happy lunch break to you too, buddy. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Australia. That's official, guys. The CornerCade is global. You better just embrace it. We're moving to Mars soon, guys. Danny got the laser levels ready. We're having fun, man. I was thinking about this to myself, and I'm like, you know what? I got a YouTube channel. Let's go live, baby. Let's go. Provolone Joe. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the new games, but no speaker covers, no light up buttons, no coin door, no light. Yeah. Provolone Joe, you bring up a good point here. And this is what I said with Travis, who was just with us. Now, I will say this, though. In this picture, the marquee looks lit up on the left-hand side. So I will say that. But I think maybe in their XL models, they're going to have a light up marquee, coin door, I don't know. So we'll see. More's got to be coming out, and it will, as we move and groove and keep going. I would love for one of these guys to come on the show and we just ask them questions till the cows come home, But yeah, I'm used to modding the coin doors, so that's fine. I don't have a problem doing that. I don't want to do that, but I can drill a couple holes, stick Stock Jocks light up kit in there, or retro 530s and have at it and be fun. I can do that. That's not a deal breaker for me. But you got to have a molded coin, or you got to have a light up marquee, and you got to have speaker covers. There's no reason I should be going off Amazon and buying speaker covers for $10. Like, come on, man. Like, this is stuff that, like, how much can speaker grill covers cost? Like, that's not lowering the margins that much. They're cheap plastic things, right? Like, you got to have that stuff on the cabinets, guys. There's not a lot of people here who want to be modding these things till the cows come home, So yes, Provolone Joe, I do agree with you that you gotta have these big. You can't take away stuff that we were used to seeing and just keeping that same price point. That doesn't make any sense. If there is a partnership with Arcade1up there, you gotta give us a little bit more, not less. And I think that little bit more, guys, would be just keeping the coin door and making it lit. Right? I think you'd be happy with that. A lit coin door to match everything else that you got going on in your arcade. All of my coin doors are lit. Modding is fun. I don't want to do it, though. Modding is fun. I will say that. I think it was really cool, like, doing project mods, like the Golden Axe and the Darkstalkers. I don't like getting a cabin knowing I got to light up the coin door. I'll have to light up the marquee. Like, I don't want to have to do all that stuff. Like, that's just way too much, man. I want to build it. That's the fun. Have the fun is building it. I want to build it and have fun playing it with my family in the arcade, right? That's what we want to do. Retro Lab Rat, considering 1UP at the moment, all they have to do is more than nothing. Yeah, they're going to be doing different things. I mean, it looks like they're partnering here with Basic Fun. This could be again, where there's smoke, there's fire type situation. And they're working together to get these cabinets out. And then, Arcade1up under their branding will just do kind of weird, wacky stuff. Hello Kitty claw machine, maybe like I I don't know, a dartboard of some kind, like, you know, just like weird, wacky stuff, right? That they don't really need licensing for, and it's a little bit cheaper for them to produce. Who knows at the end of the day, you know? Maybe they'll shock us all and come out with a Final Fight Dynamo cab, right? Wouldn't that be cool? I doubt it, but wouldn't that be cool? I'm still waiting on to see if they're gonna come out with an XL, guys. Still waiting on seeing if that's gonna happen. That could be something that's interesting. But we'll see. We'll see as time progresses here, and yeah, that's what I always said. Relapse production is Arcade1up whack-a-mole. A dunk tank, you know, that'd be good for the high schoolers. Dunk tank, you know, for the fairgrounds. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been fun chilling and chatting with you guys late at night. I had a blast with it, guys. Absolutely love you guys from head to toe. Let's go, baby. Head to toe, let's go. That's gonna be the new saying, guys. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? We're gonna go ahead and end the poll if we haven't already. Let's scroll up here. We did 60-40%. You guys think it's a deluxe, and what is a deluxe? We'll show it one more time for you guys that are just getting in here. We think that this guy is a 2-player deluxe version, no coin door, possibly no layup marquee. I don't know how this is going to be working, and we think for sure that this guy right here is going to be the premium. What is it? The premium, the supreme version. Now I'm hoping that the supreme version lights up that marquee, because that's going to be really, really disappointing, guys. I got to be honest with you. Will H, before we get out of here, just measure the marquee proportions for both based on the photo. Shaq Jam is slightly bigger. That's what I kind of knew. And I think Arcade1up and Basic Fun both know that. I mean, even if you shrank that marquee down, go measure it well. If you took 2 inches off of it, I think that's where this is right here. And that's how it should be. I think they just went a little crazy because that was their first XL. They just went a little crazy with the marquee, and they're like, whoa, wait, that is way too big. Because they got it right with the golden tee midway and the golden tee marquees, because that one's way smaller and way more proportionate size. Just looking at it right now, it actually looks a little bit smaller than the WrestleFest marquee, but that could be it. Hell, that could even be no, it's not really that could be a golden tee. I don't know. No, the screen's, I don't know. We'll do something. Cubert is coming. It's all a distraction. Cubert's coming, baby. All right, guys, leave a comment down below. What do you think? I want to know your thoughts and feedbacks. Do we really think that that is a possible 2-player version, a deluxe version of WrestleFest? Or is that just an early prototype that was kind of just leaked out there? What do you think, guys? Either way, it's exciting stuff, and I'm happy, guys. Make sure you leave a comment on the way out, guys. Give this video a like. I love each and every one of you guys. Good night, gang, as Relapse is saying, and everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming out on this impromptu. I don't even have a thumbnail made. I'm gonna have to go do that. I'm gonna have to go do that now. Gotta make a thumbnail because we gotta catch, you know, can't just leave a blank image up there. Let's go, baby. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Possibly, maybe. We'll see. I could be burnt out from WrestleFest already. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Actually, we'll see you guys today in a couple hours. Countdown is on, guys. It's 16 hours. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for coming out, and have a good one.